So welcome everyone again to our 6th webinar. Today we'll be focusing on different innovations, both product innovations, innovative marketing methods that can help you to scale activity and, as we enter the new normal, the new phase in our efforts. This is actually the 6th webinar. So before we had these 5 very interesting, very insightful webinars. We discussed branding, messaging, different product innovations, digital opportunities. We spoke about new video tools, virtual reality to feature your product. So if you have missed those, it's not a problem. You can go to this YouTube channel and view all the recordings. They're divided by the presentation, so you can view the topic that is interesting to you, and you can watch the recording. As well as our presentations today, they will be also uploaded to this channel. So if you're missing part of the presentation, you can go and view it on this YouTube channel. We are going to run with our webinars for 2 more weeks, so 2 more webinars in our pipeline. And in June, we are going to have something different. We are going to launch a MedTech marketing workshop for product and marketing managers in the medical industry. So here in the webinars, we are sharing the best of our knowledge. It's like a sneak peek. We are doing this and we are doing that. But in the workshop, we want to really dive into these 4 fundamental topics: product marketing, branding and messaging, digital health, and digital activity and lead generation. And not only to speak about it from a theoretical point of view, but really to give you practical tools to create an impact. Things that you can practice, where you can brainstorm about your own challenges, share it with the group of other talented marketeers that will be in this workshop, share it with the senior presenters who will be leading each part of the workshop, and really come out with tools that can help you, with a set of tools that can expand your ideas, expand your network, give you new connections, everything that you need to scale your activity. So everyone in our community is most welcome to join. We have a very special launch prize because this is our first workshop that we are launching. So we'll be very happy to have you with us and do it together. And without further ado, to the topic of our webinar today. So we'll start with Shira, who will share with us the digital health opportunities, the hottest domain now in the MedTech industry. Then Maya will speak about account-based marketing. What is the unique way to generate leads in these times. And I'll speak about video transformation, what you can achieve with effective video tools. And in the end, we'll have the Q&A session. So once you have any question about our presentation, you can just type it in the chat, and we'll address 1 or 2 questions immediately after the presentation. And the rest we'll keep for the Q&A session. So after the amazing presentations from Shira and Maya, I want to share with you some quick ideas how you can scale your business with video. Everyone is speaking about digital transformation, but now we are living in the age of video, where we are zooming everything, everything is video conference, live meetings are changing. So how can you capitalize on this trend? And just a moment before we dive into the videos, I just want to remind you, those who are here with me, and some of you are here from the first webinar, You probably would remember this slide where I spoke about telling a product story, through different mediums. You need to have the product messaging to explain clearly how your product works, what is the benefits, why is it superior or different from other solutions. You want to have someone also who would vouch for you, who would speak for you, a KOL. And actually, to be successful, you need to orchestrate all of these parts of the product story. And you can tell them through different mediums. If you'd remember, we spoke about the corporate presentation, the website, and the videos. And nowadays, videos are gaining even more and more importance because, as I said, we are now in the video age. And why is it so? Now in the COVID-19, people are limited. The face-to-face meetings are limited. This personal contact is limited, and people are looking for the video medium to actually replace this kind of communication. And you need to quickly think, how can you as a company capitalize on this trend? As I see, there are actually three kinds of videos that you can produce. One is explanatory video. I call it how-to videos. People want to experience the product before they purchase it, or after they purchase it. They don't know how to operate it. They don't know how to fix it. And instead of sending service teams now for any service call when it's a problem and also travel is limited, you can create these guides, how to. So people will have this explanatory, available on their desktop. Another thing is product experience. And now we are limited in doing product demos, but still people want, and Maya, you know it probably perfectly, people want to experience the product before they purchase it. So you can also do videos that explain this process, explain the treatment process, explain the functioning process. It can also be done via videos. And the third part is expert opinion. So people want to hear someone saying how they're using it, not just praising, but also, some specific aspect. They want to hear someone else. And this type of video is also very important. So after doing this theoretical part, I want to show you a case study of a company that I'm working with, and I'm showing this case study in a row of webinars, also that you can see the involvement of the company. How can you as a marketing manager do multiple projects in this timeline for a specific company? So Novoxel, they are an aesthetic company, an aesthetic medical device. They have developed a breakthrough technology, which is based on heat transmission. So there are different technologies for skin rejuvenation. There are lasers, and there's radio frequency, and there is ultrasound, and more and more and more. And they came up with this unique solution, which is a breakthrough solution. Doing this treatment and actually starting launching the same processes, but through direct heat transfer. And their solution is very compact. It's the price is affordable. It's non-invasive. It's a quick treatment, and you can do multiple treatments within one system. So it sounds really perfect, but I guess no one here, or maybe just a few, heard about Novoxel. And the reason is that they were very, very technology focused. They're existent for 7 years. They sold several hundreds or maybe thousands of systems around the world, but they didn't invest in marketing. And thus, their awareness in the market was very low. I joined them a few months ago as a marketing consultant, and we started working on different aspects. And one of the things that we noticed that while analyzing the materials is that a lot of questions were asked by the users, you know, how to operate the system, how to use it, how is the treatment done. And actually we divided these questions to 3 types. So one is how to treat, because it's a new technology in the market. People don't know actually how to operate it. And if for each and every such question, you will send a person, a clinical guide to train the people, it's very time consuming. It's quite costly. And now you can't do it in the COVID-19 era. The second question that was asked was operation errors. Again, I don't know, there is this button that was switched off or switched on. How do I treat how do I clean the system? How do I shut down? How do I open the system? Lots of questions that again were resulting in service calls and can be avoided through effective video tools. And the third part, as I said, learn from others. Who else is using the system? What is their treatment protocol? How they are doing it? So we came up with the project to try and resolve these issues. Beforehand, the main channel for them to communicate was personal meetings. So they sent people for service call, they sent people for in-personal training sessions. They did workshops with KOLs to share the knowledge. And they, of course, trade shows, same as Maya showed. But now in the current era, you know, in the last few months, none of this is possible. And we had to think, how can we cope with all the questions that are arising? And we actually came up with 4 series of videos to resolve these issues. First one is operational, how-to videos, and I'll show you a quick example of it in a moment. Second one is treatment guidance. This is something that we are going to film. And the third one is testimonials, credibility. I'll also show you a quick example in a moment. And last but not least, educational. So we're doing lots of webinars. They are attended by quite a large number of physicians. So just to explain about the different videos that we're using. So the first part was operational. Here are the 6 questions that are most commonly appearing that we have identified. And for each of these questions, we created a very short video, which is like 1 minute. So a person will have this video library, either a distributor or the physician who is using the system, and they just can go to this resource and find an answer. So as you may see, these are the functional errors, you know, otherwise we had to send people to send service. They could really ruin the device, and we created these short videos that are destined to replace this human communication, or, you know, at least diminish it as much as possible. The second thing that I mentioned is, and by the way, the video that I showed, it's all 3D visualization. There was no actual shooting. So it's something that you can do. You don't need to do any shooting for it. It was done within a month. The second thing, which we did even in-house, is testimonials. So now people are at home, they have free time. Some people in Europe even didn't reopen their practice, especially it was like 1-2 months ago. And we asked them, okay, please take a few moments to record your video and send it to us, even via WhatsApp. And then what we did, we just put a bit of a branding to it, packaged it with our branding. And I will show you another quick example of what can be achieved. All, you know, in-house resources.
Hi, my name is Dr. Claire Oliver of Aesthetics. We introduced Tixel about a year ago. It complements our clients' treatment plans very well. It fits well with the kind of skincare, the clinical facials we provide here. We're getting fantastic, noticeable results. The patients love the results. So yes, we're very pleased and would definitely highly recommend Tixel.
So this was an example of a testimonial, and the last example that I want to share you is webinar. So we had a dedicated webinar on how to do webinars, and everyone who wants to learn more, I suggest that you go and watch this recording. But just to give you a snapshot, so for Tixel, we did like 4 webinars so far. And they were attended by really a large number of physicians. So the least was, I think, 120, and the most was around 300. But the point is that after we uploaded all these videos for YouTube, they got more views. So for example, Dr. Ophir Arsi, who is a very well-known physician, his webinar was attended by 300 physicians, but 478 viewed it online. So webinars are turning into video tools, into video assets that now can be in your YouTube channel and can serve you for a long term. So just quickly to summarize what I showed you so far. Now, in the era of digital, of social distancing, I think video rules. Video is the king, and you should invest in your video resources. Things can be done really quickly, really simple. You can do stuff either with professional vendors, and or some of the things can be done in-house if you have the capacity. And you can really shine out with your video assets. Secondly, you need to focus on the customer needs. Sometimes you can go and create beautiful branded videos, but this is not what the customer wants. So you need to focus to identify what asset would be most impactful for your target audience, rather than they go all over the board. And the third one is collaboration. So always maximize internal resources, synchronize all efforts, then you will get the perfect product that you need. So this is the end of my presentation. You are welcome to write us questions. I'll now turn you into panelists, so we'll also have a live discussion. Until I'm doing it, so here are the contact details. You're welcome to reach out to me. I wrote you also the details of our communities that you can join on LinkedIn. We use, to share thoughts there, to share advice, connection, job posts, everything. And those of you who are interested, please do drop me an